Fathered by Rambha, blessed by Agni, part buffalo and part Danava. Tell me, O mighty one, tell me how you were born. The demon laughed. I am a descendant of Daksha. The Prajapati? Yes, just as Daksha's daughter Diti gave birth to Daityas, his other daughter Danu begot Danavas, a wildly demonic race. Once two Danava brothers, Rambha and Karambha, resolved to perform austerities for the boon of invincibility. Rambha stood inside flames to appease Agni, while Karambha meditated underwater to please Varuna. Both were invoking the two primordial elements. But Indra, the Devraj, what did he do? What that coward always does. Petrified that the Danava brother would kick him out of the heaven, he immediately targeted both. He entered the water as a crocodile and chewed up Karambha to death. Then he penetrated the inferno to murder Rambha, but was attacked by Agni. The fire god had been gratified with demons' devotion and could not see him getting killed. The two devas fighting over Danava's life? Indeed, and Agni prevailed. But as soon as Indra fled, Rambha grabbed an axe. The news of Karambha's death had shattered him, and he decided to sacrifice himself. Seizing his hair, he was about to chop off his head when Agni held his hand. So, the fire god saved him twice. True, Agni also offered him a boon to avenge his brother's death. Rambha asked for a son, an indomitable Danava who would go on to become the master of Brahmand. Agni blessed him that he would beget a son with a female of any species. Yes, demonic or divine, animal or human. And it came true when Rambha fell in love with a Mahishi, a she-buffalo. The creature yielded to his passion and they mated to bring forth a son. You, mighty one, Mahishasura, part buffalo and part Danava? Fathered by Rambha, blessed by Agni, but I need one more boon now. Thus, recounting the story of his birth to a herd of buffaloes, Mahishasura made his way towards the wilderness to appease Brahma. Years later, the Creator was standing before him, gazing fondly at his face that so closely resembled Rambha. Your father was a great grandson. Agni has already endowed you, Mahishasur. You are born to rule. What more do you wish for? To be deathless. Agni has granted me victory over Brahmand, but not over my mortality. That's the ultimate triumph. What good would my conquest be if I am not alive to savor them? Immortality is out of question. I know that. The Danava cracked his knuckles. I am seeing an alternative. Bestow on me the boon that no one can kill me except a woman. Woman? Why a woman? Isn't it obvious? Out of all your creations, she is the weakest. Her body is frail and her heart feeble. She is the least likely to be a threat to anyone. Even my father did not need a woman to beget me. Grant me what I am asking for, and I shall be practically immortal. Brahma smiled and nodded. Soon the inevitable began to occur. Mahishasura seized Patal Loka and then Bhuloka and finally Swargaloka. His horns were goring gods and humans. His hooves were trampling every corner of the universe. As the stench of death swelled, the celestial assembly gathered. A woman, the Creator said, we need a Devi, the warrior form of Adi Shakti. Mahishasura is twice blessed, just as his father was twice saved. He has boons from me and Agni. The fire god nodded, and he has abused them like so many asuras before him. My boon has played out. It's time now for yours to come true. Gather around then. We shall give rise to the female warrior from our collective aura, a confluence of our energies, distillation of our primeval powers. The Devas stood in a circle and opened their mouths. From those dark cavities blazed shaft of light, brilliant light, as if their divinity was emanating. The beams were colliding, merging into a network in the center of the circle, creating a smoldering supernova that was slowly transfiguring, acquiring a feminine shape. High forehead, manifold limbs, golden complexion. The Devas were pouring themselves into that effulgence. Rays from each of them were transporting their very best to her like multiple umbilical cords. Shiva was molding her face, and Vishnu her arms, Indra her waist, Varuna her thighs, Dharma her hips, and Brahma her feet. Finally, Vayu gave her ears and Agni created her eyes. All the gods had manifested in a single goddess. They named her Durga, the defender. Vishnu gave her his chakra and Shiva his Trishul. Indra gave her his Vajra and Vayu his bow. From Varuna, she received his conch and from Yama his staff. Also wielding a sword, a mace and a spear, the 10-armed goddess rode into battle on a roaring lion. The combat went on for 9 days. Mahishasura kept changing his forms and Durga kept trouncing them all. On the 10th day, the Devi pinned him down, thrust her spear into him again and again and watched him bleed to death.